figure out all of the disadvantages. Some of you are starting these challenges on the week of non-farm payroll. And I'm telling you not to do it, and you don't listen, and you're emailing me. Man, I wish I would have listened to you. I wish you would have listened fucking too, okay? I wish I would have been listened to and had these instructions drilled into your head so I wouldn't have to do these types of discussions within a good, simple 5-minute talk. But a lot of you don't listen, and you need this. And for folks that don't think they need it, you haven't done it yet. And you'll know exactly what it feels like. And you'll be thinking, shit, I wish I would have listened. But you won't send me an email because you know you're bitching me out right now while I'm talking to you because you think you know better. And you'll find out that you don't know shit when you get there and you try it. So typically, like I said, 5 handles or less is where our stop's going to be. We're aiming for 5. But when we start our analysis, we're going to be looking for the days that potentially offer enough range to do what? We have 4 weeks typically every month. You have 30 days to get your objective. Just like you have to work your entire fucking month to get your monthly ends. Some of you can't even get your ends over the course of 4 weeks. But everybody does what? They take that first big bill. It's due at the beginning of the month, your rent, your mortgage, or whatever. Your first paycheck or 2 goes where? To that. And then the next big bill that's due in the order of the month, calendar days. Okay, I got to have my money for this bill. So you're doing this already. So if you're kicking and screaming and saying, I ain't doing this, take a look at what you're doing right now with your bills. It's the same thing. This is the brass tacks of this stuff. You're already doing these things in life. You take what you have to pay over the course of the month and you break it down because you're not getting all your money to cover your entire monthly expenses in one paycheck. If you are, then you're really blessed. But most people aren't. So you have a $3,000 profit target. Okay. 4 weeks, divide that up. That means in each week you have to make $750. Easy. That's fucking easy. You need to talk to yourself right now. $750 trading one contract in the E-mini. Say it out loud. 750,000 US dollars trading one contract in the E-mini S&P is fucking easy. It's easy. Absolutely easy as shit. That's only 15 handles. You've seen me do that sometimes in scalps, teaching what I'm teaching you. Now, you don't need to do that. You might have the skill set to do that yet. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. You'll get there. But you have 5 days. Ready? Listen. 15 handles over the course of a week. You're obviously looking for the ideal day that presents the opportunity for that one run of 15 handles and you're done. Then you can relax the rest of that week. You don't have to do anything more. Don't think, well, let me get the rest of the month out of the way because I got time. I did it early. No. What you're doing by doing that is showing that you have no trust or faith in the things that I'm teaching that repeat every fucking day. I'm not worried about, oh, it's going to stop working tomorrow. I better get all my money today. I know it's going to work next week. It's going to work in January next year. It's going to work in August. It's going to work in September. As long as the markets are open, this shit's going to work. It's confidence. Sounds like arrogance to a new viewer or listener. It's confidence. I've been here around the block multiple times. This shit just repeats over and over and over again. So you want one trade idea that you're aiming for, and you might not get it. You may not be successful in this regard, but you're looking for one setup that offers that full run of 15 handles. One day that's going to have a medium or high impact news driver, a shift in market structure that gives you the model 2022 that I taught last year on my YouTube channel. Trade up into a fair value gap if you're bearish and reach for 15 handles if it offers it on a 15-minute candlestick chart. That's how you aim for it. Easy to see it that way. 15-minute chart. If you can't do that type of trade, and if it's outside your scope of aptitude and prowess, You take the 15 handles for the entirety of the week. And remember, this is easy stuff. I know some of you these rock stars out there that have YouTube channels, they're laughing, saying, "Oh, 15 handles, everybody can do that. Anybody can do that." Yeah, a lot of you can't. I'm giving you an approach. My son Cameron can't do it. He's just starting. He can't do it. So I'm going to teach him to do these steps here. Those 15 handles divided over 3 days, 3 trading days out of the 5 over the course of the week. All he has to do is find 3 5-handle runs. And there's just 15 handles. There's just $750. The pressure is not being placed on you. You're removing all that pressure. You got to perform. You got to do it quick. Social media is fucking expecting you to do it quick. Fuck social media. Fuck Twitter. Fuck Instagram. Fuck YouTube. Fuck Discord. Fuck the trolls. They're not paying you. If you get it right, they're not paying you. If you get it wrong, they're going to laugh at you. Who gives a fuck? Stop letting them know about what you're doing. 3 trades, 5 handles each. There's your 15 handles for the week. Once you get it, you fucking stop. You turn it off. Then you can go watch Netflix. Then you can go to the fucking sports channels. Then you can go to the fucking pub and hang out with your fucking boys. Bake fucking cookies with your girlfriends. Whatever the fuck you do, like my wife does. 15 handles over 2 days, or 2 trade setups at 7.5 handles each. There's your 15 handles. 2 trades, or 2 days, 1 trade in each day. Now remember, I've already talked and taught you that you can trade in the morning session. Then you can trade in the afternoon session. For some of you that want to do the reversals, you can use the lunch hour to run on the stops. There's really 3 really good setups each day between 8:30 and 4 o'clock. But if you're going to use a 1-minute chart, there's a whole shit ton of 5-minute runs or 5-handle runs in a 1-minute chart. Shit, they're all over the place. Lots of them. You can't see them yet live, just like Cameron can't see them live. That's fine. But once you learn what I'm teaching you this year, you will walk through this challenge like it's nothing. It's easy shit. What makes it difficult is they give you the rope to hang yourself with it. They're giving you permission to do something that you shouldn't do. Trade up to 5 contracts. You're going to fucking lose. You're going to lose. You shouldn't have a drawdown of 2%. You don't want to risk a whole lot. You don't want to have a $1,000 drawdown on the day. You don't want that. You wanted about $300, give or take, $350, $300. That's about average. Oh, it's too much. I'm scared. How much have you lost trying to learn how to trade with a live account? How many times did you reset that by putting more money into it? I'm not a fan of these things, these funded account things. I don't have an affinity for it. But I know it's a resource that's being made available right now. So it would be foolish of me not to at least outline how, if I was being told this is the only way I could do it and start all over again, this is what I would do. Now, clearly, I can trade more handles than 15 a week. But putting you in that situation, like if I lost everything, obviously I'd be all fucked up, right? I'd be nervous. I'd be depressed. I'd feel hardship because I don't feel that now. And I had to start all over again. Maybe if I was living in a studio apartment crammed up in there with my wife and my youngest son, and I got 2 dogs and everything's piling up on me. I'm scared because, what does my family think's going to happen next? I'm trying to put myself in a situation where, because I can't, it's hard to do that now. I can remember how it was for me, but I can't really say exactly how it's going to be, but I'm trying to paint the picture that would be equivalent to what your situation is right now. You're having a hard time making your ends meet. You want to do better. Okay. So this is one medium that you can use right now while it's available. This is how you would do it. There's 15 handles divided up over 5 days. Listen to this shit. Every day. This is how I teach my son. This is how I was teaching him on Friday. He has to get over the fear of taking a trade. He's afraid. Friday was a manifestation of that right in front of me. And I even told him where to buy, and he was afraid. He didn't do exactly what I told him to do. And it wasn't even real money. And he was afraid of the outcome being what? Incorrect. He wants to be rewarded with correctness. Fuck correctness. It's profitability and managing risk. Preserving capital is the number one goal. Every day, Monday through Friday, how many times does the market move 3 handles? Let me say it again. How many times throughout the course of the day does the E-mini S&P move 3 handles? All fucking day long. All day long. What happens if you see a move that's already started? Okay? Because I'm going to put your asses through this. In the next 4 weeks, you're going to be doing a lot of this. The price run is running for a buy-side liquidity pool. Premium, something premium above market price. So we're expecting price to go higher. Okay? It rallies away. And it dips down into a fair value gap. We can frame the trade risking 5 handles. I'm going to tell you to do what I told my son to do on Friday. When it enters that fair value gap, I want you to push your demo button to take that demo trade. And as soon as it moves 3 handles on a limit, you're going to exit. What did he just say? This guy just said, risk 5 handles to make 3. Yes, because I want you to see how often that can happen. You need to stop this myth of risk to reward ratio. Only works if it does this. That's horse shit. What works is price delivery. You're not gonna blow out if you take a full 5 handle loss. But if you're scared to take trades, this is how I beat it. I got in, had a little bit of a move, and I got out. I got into a trade, had a little bit of a move, and I got out. And I thought, it didn't hurt me. It didn't go to my stop. Okay, let me go one more point higher, one more tick more in the bond market, because I was learning it here in the bond market, doing these types of things. I was afraid of the speed of the bond market. It wasn't really moving a whole lot back then, but it felt like it was speed. Today, if you could go back in time and literally watch price deliver how it was in the S&P in the 90s, you wouldn't want to trade it. 3.5 handles, 4 handles that's a good day. That was a good day. You're spoiled, rotten right now with these 100 fucking handle days, 50 handle days, 30 handle days, and it's the average daily range. Lots of opportunity. You're spoiled. You have no idea what it was like for us. And before that, when it was a very small range in the 80s before I even was trading. The S&P was down in the hundreds, didn't even cross the 1,000 threshold. And we're trading in 4,000s. And the ranges are wider. Trading like this, folks, teaching yourself to overcome the fear of getting get, guess what it does by default? It lowers your expectation and removes the uncertainty of what happens when the market compresses into very, very low volatility, because that could happen too. Who says it's never going to go back to those low thresholds of volatility where we're having 4 handle daily ranges in the S&P market? I know it sounds like it can't happen right now, but I can tell you right now, there was not a day back in the 90s where I thought we would see 100 handle daily ranges. I couldn't fathom that. It was completely unrealistic at the time. But here I am as a 50-year-old, I'm seeing it. And some of you guys that are 20 years old, and you weren't even alive when I first started trading. You think that you know everything because of what you experience right now. And you would never fucking survive in an environment like how we cut our teeth back in the 90s and the 80s and before me. where the handle movements for the entire daily range was less than a stop loss on a trade idea that I'm teaching you with this model. So if you learn how to trade like this, overcoming fear of getting in, guess what it also does? It teaches you how to trade in very, very low volatility, and you'll always find fresh bread. You'll always find a way to make ends meet. But you don't need those big moves. You don't need that. It's about making money. What if you made an extra $150 a day? You're walking down the street, you see $150. Every time you pass this corner on the step, there's three $50 bills sitting there under a rock. You keep coming back, you find, are you going to walk by there one day, the sixth or seventh time, and say, you know what, fuck that, I'm not picking that up. I'm sick and tired of seeing that $150 every day. Fuck no, you're not going to complain about that. You're going to keep doing it. So why aren't you doing that with your trading? It's just three handles. Just three handles. It's happening all day long. You're not thinking about it. Well, how can you do it? The market goes down into a fair value gap. It expands and trades higher. Okay? It moves away. It's not reached your buy side liquidity pool yet. It's not reached your premium fair value gap that you think is the draw on liquidity. It's going to go higher, keep reaching, pressing higher. Nothing's indicating it's going to go lower. You got plenty of time. It's still early in the session. We're not even in the last hour before lunch. We're still in the 10 to 10:30 window, New York local time. And the market trades down into a bullish order block. Well, guess what you can do? Use that order block to buy, 5 handle stop loss, 3 handle limit. Do that 5 times. There's your 15 handles. And guess what? You're in and out of that. Probably many times in less than a minute or two. That's high frequency trading. That's all these high frequency algorithms do. See, you think that's stupid. Oh, it's dumb. Look, you're risking more than you're making. You're making more trades that way than you're going to find trading with 3 to 1, 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 21. Do you think the designers and coders of these algorithms that are taking those types of moves all day fucking long, up and down in the marketplace, you think they're sitting around and wondering and worrying, is their risk to reward model matching up with what every retail trader thinks it should be? When every fucking retail trader out there is working a fucking job, changing fucking oil at Jiffy Lube, and they're going to worry about the fucking opinions of risk to reward over the guy that's changing the oil or lying and saying he did and ripping the people off. Those little tiny little fluctuations, they in themselves can replace your job. And you don't need to have a full run. You don't have to even get to a buy side liquidity pool or a sell side liquidity pool. 3 points of fluctuation. That's happening all the time. You can find that on a 15-second chart, literally every 15 minutes. Don't believe me? Go in here and look for it. It's there all the time. You think these high frequency algorithms are sitting around in park all day long, waiting for a specific time of the day? Fuck no. They're in there constantly chipping away, boom, 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 firing in between all these micro fluctuations. And they're making billions. It all adds up. And all you're worrying about right now is making one of your ends meet. $50,000 account. Doing this, you get good at it, right? Okay. You start making a little bit of scratch. So, okay, now I want to double this up. I want to build up from this. And I go to what? What's the next threshold? You can go to another $50,000 account. So that way you're managing, the equivalent of $100,000 plan. It's not $100,000. And you're going to do the same thing. But you're just going to do it single contract in one, single contract in another. You're not increasing the risk. You're not parlaying the number of contracts because now you're experienced, so let me just take on more risk. No, it's one contract. One. I made $25,000 with one contract with lots of losses that I didn't need to take. Can you live on $25,000 a month? I'm being sincere, folks. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be a prick. How hard would it be for you to live with $25,000 trading with one contract over the course of, say, 5.5 weeks. That's a pretty good cushion, isn't it? Now, what if you did that 7 months out of the year? One contract. That's pretty good, isn't it? You're not expected to trade every single month. You're not expected to trade every single day. There's a lot of people out there that they'll say, look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. Look at this and look at that. Okay, I teach in a demo. I teach in a paper trading account. This, I think it's called Trade-O-Vate. Trade-O-Vate? I don't know if that's pronounced right like that, but I think if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm trying to say. I used that platform on Friday, and that's the results of something like that too. So it's not like it only works cherry picked in hindsight over here, or it only worked in MT4. It works in everything. As long as I can see the chart and I know what time it is, it's going to repeat. But I was recording the screen, and that made him nervous. And he was wanting to take something off the trade because he thought that I was recording him and showing the world what he was doing on the chart, where he was, and he wanted to do something. He wanted to close some of the trade, so that way it looked like he did something right. And I'm correct. I said, no, don't do that. And he wanted to move the stop. Don't do that. Do everything I just told you to do. Just relax. Let it happen. And that's exactly what most of you, feel when you're practicing. Because you see me do something, you hear my voice, because you see something that you recognize that I've talked about in live price action, and you're going to have more of that because of these live sessions that we're doing. And because of that experience, you're going to identify something that you remember. Oh yeah, this is just like what he said, when it does this, it should do that. And when you see that happening in your own charts, and I'm not there talking, it's just, by experience, this is what you should have expected, and it happens, your confidence level goes through the fucking roof. You will be so confident, not overconfident. You'll know what you're looking for. You won't be fearful of this shit stopping. You won't be fearful they're going to change the algorithm, because I'm not changing shit. It's going to continuously keep working. As long as there's a market, it's going to keep working. Price is always going to have an open, a high, and a low, and a close. It's going to have it. It's going to be there, folks. I promise you. As long as the sun rises up and the market's open, we're going to see this shit repeating. Some days are going to be more violent, a lot more movement. And other days will be shitty and choppy, and you're going to lose money. And guess what? That's a one-day event. Tomorrow, the sun's going to rise. The markets will open up, and you're going to go in there and doing the same shit that you do every other time. You're looking for the same repeating phenomenon because it's going to be there. What I just outlined is the bottom of the barrel approach to just getting in there and finding money. It's not highly sophisticated. It's just simple numbers and math. Now, the difference is it's plugging in what you understand where these opportunities and price fluctuations occur and exist in price. 1 minute charts. They're there. They repeat over and over. How many times did you watch in the last 2 weeks of live streams with me? I said, okay, look at this right here. It's going to run here to here. There's a 5-handle run right there. Oh, right here. Watch this. It's going to expand up here. That's another 5-handle run. Screenshot that. That's 5 handles. All day long, folks. Clockwork. Just going in there, chipping away at it. Every day it's moving. Every single day it's presenting these opportunities. But it might not be your opportunity. That's fine. But I'm taking you to the lowest threshold of what would be required for you to find something. And then now, obviously, even using a skill set that helps you and what helped me overcome fear of getting into a trade. How do you overcome the fear? I'm afraid I'm going to get it wrong. I'm afraid it's going to move against me. How do I just get over that fear? You push a button. In a demo, you push the button. And as soon as it gives you a very small fluctuation, which for me was 3 ticks in the bond market, $31 and change, every little tick. It was less than $100, but as soon as I got it, I closed it. And then I sat back and I said, okay, now what happens? It would have ran for me. What the hell? How many times do I keep doing this? And you run a log. I did this trade here. It took this much time for me to get those 3 ticks. In this case, how much time does it take for you to get those 3 handles? Yes, you're going to use a 5-handle stop loss. Don't fucking worry about that. You're teaching yourself how to overcome fear. How do I overcome? How do you know, ICT? Because I've desensitized myself. How did I do that? By what I'm telling you to do here. You sit down and you have these little laboratory experiments with a 1-minute chart. Every time it does something, it running to I'm already telling you where it's going. I'm making that public. I'm telling you, look here, it's going to the buy side. This is where it's going to go. We're looking for it to go there. Okay. Oh, it's going down to the sell side. This is where we're going to next. Okay. From that moment there, start looking for any opportunity for you to practice like I'm telling you here. And you will conquer your fear of getting in. There's going to be times where it runs to where your stop loss would be. Okay, that's no problem. How much time did it do that? From the time you entered, what did you miss now that's in hindsight? What did it give you any kind of insight that you should have keyed up on? Don't be afraid to go in there and look at that. That's where you're going to learn. But you're going to see when you get into these types of movements, many times it's almost immediate. It runs right for your 3 handles, and then there it is. Your limit order will close. It cancels your stop loss, and then you're out. That would be the equivalent of $150. How much time did it take? You got to be mindful of how much time these experiments take for them to deliver to your stop loss or to get your limit. And then once you do about 50 of them, go for 4 handles. Do 50 of them. How much time are you doing it? What was the success rate? You'll see by doing it, it's not a big deal. You won't be so fearful of it. And then you go to what? 5 for 5. Risk 5 for 5. And then keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. And when you're consistently able to do that for 3 months in a demo, only, and that's the minimum, only then you're ready for this. Then you're ready for that funded account bullshit. Because until that happens, you're going to fail this. I'm going to say it again. Until you're consistently able to do this 3 months in a demo, consistently, no fear, you don't care about the outcome. You do these funded account challenges. I don't give a fuck what company it is. I don't care what terms they give you, how much they can fucking promise to do this and do that. It may be cheaper than the other ones. You're going to fucking fail it. It's a promise. You're going to fail it. You're not equipped. You're trying to learn in a setting where you're placing so much emphasis on the outcome being positive only and fearful if you fail. Folks, listen, you need Mark Douglas to come back from the fucking grave to tell you this is stupid. Okay. Nobody goes into trading with these types of scenarios expecting perfection and success rate from the ground, just hitting the ground running. It doesn't work like that. That's stupidity. Anyone that does that, that's stupid. And guess what? I tried that. That's exactly what I did in 1992. So I know by personal experience, it's the stupidest shit you can ever do. And when someone tells you, as nice as they may be, as many followers as they have on their social media accounts, as much as they say they make money, I don't give a flying fuck. If they tell you to try to learn how to trade, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing yet, to do it with a live account, even if it's a minuscule amount, turn them the fuck off. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing in terms of education. They're leading you down the primrose lane and you're going to fucking fail. If you win initially, it's fucking luck. Because I had 9 months of that kind of shit and it was shocking to learn that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You have to do these things correctly, or you're going to painfully pay the price. You're going to make your learning longer than it needs to be. You're going to lose fucking money needlessly. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to build up all this fucking mental scar tissue, because that's exactly what this produces. It builds mental scar tissue, doing the wrong shit, thinking you're going to be the exception to the fucking rule. You're going to be the one that does it. So you can go on social media and tell ICT, you're full of shit, motherfucker. This is what I did. Here's my receipts. Bring them. Because I guarantee you, you aren't doing this. You aren't going to do it. So why invest the time, the money, the energy, the emotions into it? Because when you don't do it and you do fail doing it this way, rushing out there, not knowing how to trade, going into funded accounts, going into live accounts, doing all this bullshit, you feel all of that regret. And that's mental scar tissue. You know what happens when you have scar tissue? It's not as elastic. It doesn't allow movement. It's restricting. And it's so hard to overcome that level of fear, that level of anxiety, that performance anxiety that you've created for yourself because you didn't fucking listen to someone that has done the same shit and told you you're going to do it wrong. And once you have that, this is why I tell all you young guys, you just want to go out there and fucking do the shit I told you I went through. Because you say, hey, look, man, it's just like in the movie in Jaws. The three guys are sitting down there. They're all showing each other's fucking scars. Look at this one here. Well, look at this one. I got one better. Oh, I got one better than this one. Look at this. I got to pull my fucking pants leg up. This one here is a thresher shark. It got me. Kind of one up the next guy. Oh, I lost more money than you. I blew more accounts than you. Like, that's a fucking badge of honor. That's stupid. That's dumb. You are wasting fucking time. We don't have that now, folks. Look around. Shit's getting upside down. You're going to fucking have to be paying a whole lot of money for a steak dinner, okay? You're a carnivore diet? Patrick, you better be making some fucking money, motherfucker, because beef's about to get real expensive. Real expensive. Start getting a freezer. Stock that shit up, because it's going to get bad. But if you create this mental fucking scar tissue by doing the wrong things continuously, expecting a positive outcome, and when it doesn't happen, then you start thinking, shit, I wish I would have not done this. I wish I would have waited. And then you beat yourself up and you talk to yourself subconsciously. You're driving to work, hating the fucking fact that you didn't do what you thought you were going to be able to be successful in. But you're going back to that shithole of a fucking job. Sitting next to fucking Carl. Fucking prick. He's going to look at you and laugh. He's going to look at you and laugh and he's going to say, I fucking told you. It's a pipe dream. And I'm telling you how to stick it straight up Carl's fucking ass. Carl's going to be working there the rest of his fucking life. You're out of there. You're leaving. You're fucking firing that place. They're not firing you. You're not being made redundant. It's being made redundant. Why the fuck are you going to wait around and sit there and spend 8-10 fucking hours a day, hour fucking commute, just to make what you can fucking make in one fucking scalp? Make the whole fucking salary in a week in one fucking scalp. You're going to keep fucking around, doing dumb shit and prolong that experience. You keep pushing it away further and further when you don't listen to good advice. You have to listen. You don't have the benefit of, well, it's going to take me 2 years. No, you don't have that now. You have this year, okay? You have this fucking year. Time is running the fuck out. And all the advantages, all the opportunities that we have right now, these freedoms, these things, it's all going to change. You don't realize it, but it's going to happen real sudden. There's going to be an event that takes place and this shit's going to go upside down. And most of you are going to know what I just said, and it's going to be too late because you didn't do anything I told you to do. You're not going to have food. You're not going to have over-the-counter medicines. You're not going to have resources that you take advantage of right now and just, well, you know, everybody can do that. Toilet paper. I told everybody, buy toilet paper, get stocked up. This shit's going to be fucking like gold. And everybody laughed. And then you couldn't find anything to wipe your ass, could you? Yep. Wait till you see what's coming next. You better take this serious. I'm telling you, you better take it serious. This is a Noah's Ark event type thing. You better listen. Because the fucking storm clouds are growing. It's getting dark, folks. And guess what? I think I just felt a fucking raindrop. You have to be seriously doing the right things. And stop fucking around. If you listen, you have all the advantages. If you don't listen, you're going to regret it. You won't be successful. You won't be prepared.
I wanted to make this video now for a while. I want to make a video about what true profitability is, what true profitability feels like, what defines a profitable trader, and what common misconceptions are with profitability as a state of mind, right? So most of you guys are just kind of brainwashed into thinking that profitability is, oh, I've made money trading, or oh, I smacked a 1 to 5 risk reward today. That could not be further from the truth, right? From my personal experience as a trader, profitability is a current state of mind. Profitability is you in the current moment choosing to follow in your system, choosing to not revenge trade, feeling emotions, feeling that anger that you took that loss, but choosing not to do anything because you understand that that is only harmful and detrimental to your system, and ultimately adding poor statistics to a system that you understand is profitable over a given period of time. So why revenge trade if you know it's not going to make you money? Why double down in size and why get emotional when you know that's not part of the system that makes you money? And that's probably the hardest part of trading. And there's no debate about that. Emotions and psychology. There's a reason people put so much emphasis on psychology and trading. It is because it is easy to be a winner and easy to be green when the markets are easy. What's hard is to stay green or let alone break even when you're in choppy or poor market conditions, right? And recently we've been seeing a lot of traders, including myself, be very break even, right? So what's been holding me back from being red? What's holding me back from losing all my money and crashing out? It is my ability to follow my system. It is my ability to feel those emotions, to feel that anger, to feel that regret of maybe taking a poor setup, but understanding there's nothing I could do about it or nothing I should do about it, because all that is going to do is impact my statistics and skew them in a negative aspect. All it is going to do is most likely blow my account. It is going to cause me to go on tilt. It is going to cause me to validate poor trading habits. That is one of the biggest things I want to put emphasis on. Emphasize every single day when you are coming into the market open, try to put a big focus of your life into building good trading habits, right? What are good trading habits? Following your rules, taking 1 to 2 setups a day. Honestly, that's a little bit biased because maybe your strategy, you're a scalper, you take 5 to 6 trades. Maybe you take 2 trades a week. If that's you, then so be it. Whatever your system implies you to do on a weekly basis, stick to it. For example, someone like me, I shouldn't be taking more than 2 trades a day, right? If I see I am executing more than twice on the charts, the odds are I will go on tilt. So what do? I limit myself to 2 trades. I limit myself to what I am physically capable of doing or emotionally capable of comprehending and accepting before I go on tilt. Meaning, what dollar amount am I comfortable losing before I'm most likely just going to crash out, double down, and risk a stupid amount? What number of trades am I comfortable losing before I just start spamming buttons trying to make that money back? And for me, I am comfortable losing 2 trades. I am comfortable losing, let's say, $500 to $1,000 per funded account. So if I'm risking more than that on a trade, the odds are I'm currently on tilt, right? So that is something you have to apply to yourself. Learn about yourself, learn about how you react and about how you view the market on a daily basis. Take that, learn from it, and apply it the very next day. For example, today is Saturday, right? If on Monday or whenever you are watching this, let's say Monday comes around, you blew your funded because you took 5 trades. Try to go back and see what trade caused you to go on tilt. First of all, prevent yourself from ever taking that setup again. Second of all, stop yourself from taking more than X amount of trades that cause you to go on tilt. So if you have, like I said, 5 trades and you notice after the second trade, your executions are sloppy and you cannot justify those last 3 trades, limit yourself to 2 executions per day. This could be mental or this could be physical. You could literally go into your Trade08 or go into your Project X, whatever software broker you are on, and limit yourself to 2 market buys or 2 market sells per day. And that is going to allow you to only execute twice and only execute when needed. Most importantly, the way I view it is when I come into the markets, I have a pistol. I have a gun. I have 2 shots to shoot. That's it. I was trying to make an analogy. I was trying to sound smart and I fucked it. I forgot what I was going to say. The way I see it is 1 shot, 1 kill. That is the way ICT put it. That is the best model, the best thing he has ever named. Do I know what the 1 shot, 1 kill is? No. I don't know what the actual model is. I just know he has a model named 1 shot, 1 kill. And that is the best and perfect way to view the market. Every day coming into the market, think to yourself, am I taking the best trade? Or is there going to be a better shot lined up for me in a few minutes? Am I taking the best setup? Or am I risking taking an unnecessary loss when I could be taking a 10 times better setup 5 minutes from now, right? So if you are asking yourself these questions and you cannot truthfully answer them, the odds are you should not be putting that risk on the table. The odds are you are very likely to go on tilt over the next 20 minutes or the next 30 minutes if you keep on breaking your rules, folding and going back, right? So when I sit here and I tell you guys, this is what defines profitability, I mean profitability is a state of mind. Profitability is what I just went over the last 5 minutes. It is the ability to understand and comprehend that you feel emotions. You are not a robot. You are a human being. You are bound to feel emotions. That is natural human tendency. It is in your DNA, right? It is up to you what you choose to do with those emotions. It is up to you to hold yourself back and tell yourself, I'm mad that I lost that trade. I'm mad that I lost money. Who wants to lose money? No one. That is a terrible feeling. It is up to you to acknowledge the fact that you are upset and to do nothing about it. That is what makes trading hard. That is why most people are bound to fail from the start, is because they cannot deal with their emotions. They cannot comprehend that their natural human tendency is leading them towards being angry because they lost money. That's not being greedy. Being angry that you lost money, that is natural human tendency. What is not natural human tendency is understanding that losing money is part of a winning system. Just because you lost today doesn't mean you're going to win or lose